A tech entrepreneur worth an estimated $400 million says he has slowed and, in some measures, even reversed aspects of his biological age without plastic surgery. Day by day, instead of getting older, he seems to be getting younger. At 44, Brian Johnson built a team of more than 30 medical professionals led by Dr. Oliver Zolman and designed a special routine that, according to him, could bring him back to 18 years of age by changing only his lifestyle, eating habits, and sleeping patterns. In fact, in interviews and self-reported data, he has said that some of his biological age markers are dramatically younger than his chronological age, including a heart age of around 37 and a lung capacity that tested at the level of an 18-year-old. But is that even possible? Can an older person become naturally younger again? Does the body really age organ by organ? And if yes, then what is the age of your organ? Brian says that what he is doing is an open science experiment called Project Blueprint, in which he is making himself a lab rat for the sake of humanity, so that he can discover a revolutionary anti-aging formula and a routine that all of us can follow to slow down our own biological age. The reason so much money is being spent is because he's running these tests on himself. But as the formula gets clearer, the question is, how cheap can it become? And what anti-aging formulas has Brian's team discovered so far that you and I can start using right now to slow down our aging? And the things Brian is personally doing, how can we do them more affordably and still get similar results? All of this is coming up in this video. But before that, let me tell you about an interesting experiment. After spending 3 months underwater, researchers observed changes in Joseph Ditouri's biological age markers that sparked widespread attention. Some reports, based on Ditouri's own self-reported, non-peer-reviewed claims, even suggested the equivalent of nearly a decade of biological age improvement. Just imagine, changes that are claimed in only 3 months. Brian Johnson spends crores to slow aging, but Joseph did only one thing inside that pressurized chamber. What was that one thing? What did Joseph Ditouri discover that produced such controversial claims? Well, we are going to look at all of these answers with full science and simple language in this video. So, if you watch this video till the end, you will learn things that can help you add some healthy years to your life. And the sooner you start, the better. So let's begin. Let's start with the basics. How exactly did Brian Johnson achieve these reported improvements in his biological age markers? Look, Brian's method is expensive, but on paper, it's quite simple. Basically, Brian built a philosophy for his life in which he stopped thinking of himself as a single person making random emotional decisions that could harm his health. Instead, he started treating each organ in his body as if it were a separate Brian, each one with his own needs and requirements. In other words, Brian created a system where his impulses do not automatically get the final say. Every decision, from what he eats to when he sleeps, is made considering what is best for the organs that keep him alive. But how does Brian know what each organ actually needs? Brian Johnson's yearly spending goes into the millions because our body has many organs. And to know how they are performing and what they need, you need to understand biomarkers, the science-based signals from the body. When you understand biomarkers properly, you can almost start talking to your organs. For example, creatinine leaves the body through urine as a waste product. If a blood test shows very high creatinine levels, it may indicate that kidneys are not filtering it properly and that kidney function may be under stress. Similarly, there are many other biomarkers related to health, disease risk, and aging. That includes cholesterol, fasting glucose, fibrinogen, inflammatory markers, and many more that help paint a picture of what exactly is happening inside your body. And that is why Brian spends a significant amount of money on blood tests, scans, laboratory analysis, and other diagnostic tools that allow him to measure these biomarkers regularly. Brian calls himself one of the most measured people on the planet because he follows an extremely strict routine and tracks a vast range of health metrics. And when I say strict, I mean strict to the core. He goes to sleep around 8:30 p.m. He follows a carefully controlled plant-based diet, meditates regularly, and takes dozens of supplements as part of a protocol guided by his health data and biomarker measurements. If you're wondering what some of those supplements are, let's look at them next. One supplement Brian uses is collagen peptides. Collagen is widely described as the most abundant protein in the human body and serves as a major structural component of skin, bones, muscles, tendons, and ligaments. Because of its role in maintaining connective tissues, collagen has become a popular supplement for supporting skin and joint health. Now, let's talk about the rest of the supplements. Out of all the pills Brian takes, some have attracted particular interest in longevity research. But here we need to be careful. They may support health and healthy aging, but they do not magically reverse aging. One important process associated with aging is mitochondrial dysfunction. As we grow older, the mitochondria inside our cells can become less efficient, which may contribute to increased cellular stress and damage over time. So what does Brian do to address this? He uses supplements such as N-acetylcysteine, that is NAC, and curcumin from turmeric. These compounds have antioxidants and anti-inflammatory properties and may help reduce oxidative stress in the body. But biologically speaking, this is about supporting healthy aging and not reversing it. Damage that has already accumulated cannot simply be erased by taking antioxidants. He also takes NAD precursors such as NMN or NR, which he rotates 6 days per week along with taurine. Taurine has attracted attention in longevity research because of its potential role in supporting mitochondrial function and overall health. A 2023 study in the journal Science reported that taurine supplementation extended health span in mice and middle-aged monkeys. However, more recent human studies published in 2024 and 25 have questioned whether taurine reliably declines with age or drives human aging, so the picture is still developing. Now, let's come to joints and bones. One of the most common consequences of aging is that bones and joints can become weaker over time. Sometimes this is due to wear and tear. Sometimes inflammation plays a role, and in some cases, age-related changes in the immune system can contribute to chronic inflammatory activity within the tissues. That is one reason joint pain and arthritis become more common with age. Brian tries to address these issues by using compounds such as genistein and glucosamine sulfate. Genistein has been studied for its potential effects on bone and cellular health. Glucosamine sulfate is commonly used for joint support, particularly for cartilage-related concerns. So, overall, Project Blueprint is built around 3 core ideas. First, identify potential problems early. Second, address biological processes associated with aging. And third, support the body's ability to maintain and repair itself. And all of this is tracked using extensive biomarker monitoring. Now, let's talk about supplementation a little bit more. Brian also uses DHEA, a hormone precursor that body can convert into testosterone and estrogen. The idea is that it may help support certain aspects of hormonal health and recovery. However, Brian does not use the high doses of testosterone sometimes seen in bodybuilding, which can carry significant risks and side effects. Whether it's reducing inflammation, supporting joint health, improving cellular function, or optimizing hormones. Most of what we've discussed so far comes back to one central goal: helping the body repair and maintain its tissues more effectively. In other words, a large part of Brian's routine is ultimately focused on tissue repair and maintenance. And that raises an interesting question. How do we connect tissue repair with aging? When we go to the gym, our muscles experience microscopic damage and then repair themselves. So does that mean that exercise is an age-reversing technique? Well, yes and no. Tissue repair itself is not the same as anti-aging, but when tissue repair is combined with healthy habits such as quality sleep, good nutrition, regular exercise, stress management, recovery, the body's biological systems can function more efficiently over time. One important part of Brian's strategy is influencing epigenetic patterns associated with healthy aging. Now, what exactly is epigenetics? Have you ever wondered why every cell in your body contains the same DNA, yet different organs perform completely different jobs? Why doesn't a liver cell produce insulin like a pancreas cell? Why doesn't a pancreas cell produce bile like a liver cell? The answer lies in gene regulation. Different cells activate different sets of genes depending on their function. The mechanisms that help control which genes are turned on and which are turned off are known as epigenetic changes. One of the most important of these mechanisms is DNA methylation. When a cell needs to reduce the activity of a gene, it can add methyl groups to specific regions of DNA. This can make the gene less likely to be expressed. So, how does this relate to aging? The food you eat, the stress you experience, your sleep habits, medications, and other environmental factors can all influence epigenetic patterns over time. Some of these changes may contribute to cellular dysfunction and age-related decline, which is why epigenetics has become such an important area of aging research. These age-related changes in epigenetic patterns are often referred to as epigenetic aging. This may help explain why some people seem to age faster than others. So how do scientists estimate epigenetic age? A geneticist named Dr. Steve Horvath, then at UCLA, developed a system known as the Horvath clock, which estimates biological age using DNA methylation patterns. There are millions of locations in our DNA where methyl groups can attach, and these patterns change throughout life. Among them are specific sites whose methylation patterns are strongly associated with aging. By studying these patterns, scientists can estimate how old the body, or in some cases specific tissues, appear biologically. That is the basis of epigenetic aging. Brian Johnson has reported that some of his biological age measurements suggest a heart age of around 37 and lung-related measurements comparable to those of a much younger person. Healthy people still die, so what ultimately limits the lifespan of our cells? We are taught that cells divide into two daughter cells. At first glance, this process can make cells seem almost immortal. But most cells are not truly immortal. The machinery that copies DNA cannot perfectly replicate the very ends of chromosomes. As a result, a tiny portion is lost with each cell division. To protect against DNA loss during cell division, chromosomes contain extra DNA at their ends called telomeres. These protective regions help shield important genetic information each time a cell divides. With repeated cell division, telomeres generally become shorter. Eventually, if they become critically short, cells may enter a state known as cellular senescence, where they stop dividing normally. This is considered one of the biological processes associated with aging. Scientists have explored ways to address this through telomerase, an enzyme that can lengthen telomeres and help maintain them. In theory, this could allow certain cells to continue dividing for longer. However, there is a major challenge. Most cancer cells reactivate telomerase to keep dividing indefinitely. So, increasing telomerase activity is not as simple as flipping a switch to extend lifespan. That is why this area remains an active field of research. This brings us back to the interesting and controversial example. A retired US Navy commander named Joseph Dituri spent 100 days living in an underwater habitat. After the experiment, Dituri self-reported in press statements, not peer-reviewed research, that his telomeres had lengthened and his biological age had dropped close to 10 years. I want to be clear here. Scientists have criticized these claims. It was a single person with no control group with multiple uncontrolled variables, and the results have never been published in a peer-reviewed journal. So we cannot say that he became 10 years younger, and we cannot say that underwater living reverses aging. If scientists eventually learn how to safely maintain telomeres and other aging-related systems, it may help us slow aspects of biological aging more effectively. But for now, that remains an area of ongoing research rather than a proven anti-aging treatment. So how can you support healthy aging today? Here are the key tips. Number 1, diet. A large body of research, particularly in animals, suggests that calorie restriction may promote longevity and support healthy aging. In humans, maintaining a healthy weight and avoiding chronic overeating are strongly associated with better long-term health. Number 2, fasting. Fasting and time-restricted eating have shown promising effects on metabolic health and biological pathways associated with aging. Brian typically eats within a very narrow time window and often finishes eating relatively early in the day. So you do not need to be that extreme, Even eating dinner a little earlier may help with weight management and blood sugar control. Number 3, prioritize diet quality. Some studies suggest that plant-heavy diets may be associated with healthier aging. Researchers are also studying how certain amino acids, including methionine, may influence longevity-related pathways such as mTOR. Number 4, eat colorful plant foods. Fruits and vegetables contain phytochemicals and other compounds that may help reduce oxidative stress and support overall health. So try to include a wide variety of colorful plant foods in your diet. If you want to go deeper into longevity nutrition, I recommend 2 books. First is The Longevity Diet by Walter Longo and The Circadian Code by Sachin Panda. Number 5, manage stress, sleep, and lifestyle overall. At the core, chronic stress and inflammation are considered important contributors to accelerated biological aging. How does that stress build up? Poor lifestyle habits, poor sleep, unhealthy diets, smoking, excessive alcohol consumption, chronic psychological stress, etc. All of these can increase cellular stress and may contribute to faster biological aging. Smoking, for example, has been associated with shorter telomeres and a higher risk of disease. Psychological stress, anxiety, and the constant pressures of modern life can also affect long-term health. And just as important, sleep. Poor sleep is one of the most overlooked factors affecting healthy aging today. So, if you want to support healthy aging, improving these lifestyle factors is a good place to start. So, the main purpose of this video was to explain the science of aging and healthy aging in a way that is easy to understand. You do not need to spend crores on experimental treatments or try every new biohacking trend that appears online. But if you ever decide to explore medications or advanced therapies, do your own research, understand the evidence, and always consult a qualified healthcare professional first. And with that, if you learned something new from this video, share it with your family and friends so that they can also better understand the science behind aging and make more informed decisions about their health. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.